Hey everybody. This video marks the beginning of a new chapter, a genuine introduction into who I am, what I've been doing and building, and why I'm finally choosing to share it publicly. It's not meant to be a perfectly polished or launched project or an overly produced brand piece. This is simply an honest start to my journey. Documentation. The kind of video you kind of film on a quiet morning and you realize now it's time to stop waiting for the perfect start and simply pick up the phone and start documenting what's real and what you're thinking. So with that said, the goal of this intro video is just to set the tone for everything that follows. I just want to give the viewers a transparent look into my journey and where I've been, where I've done and come from, and what I'm currently doing, and where I hope to go. So I'll talk briefly about my background. So I grew up in Chicago, Lithuanian roots, and I ended up in San Francisco, working in product management at a bank. And now today, I've been at this journey now for 2 years. I have grown to love the beautiful city of San Francisco in the state of California, and have gotten really into enjoying living life and living a relatively stable lifestyle. And what I've realized throughout my 2 years is that a lot of people tend to share the highlight reels, the funding announcements, at least in SF, the glossy product launches, the final version of success. But personally, I've always found the messy middle far more interesting than the polished top. So the nights spent working through a project and the internal battles between ambition and burnout, and a lot of these lessons that don't fit into a neatly worded Instagram or LinkedIn post. So I want this channel to document that middle part, the reality of trying to grow, build, and find balance while living in one of the most fastest moving cities in a completely fast country, the US. So throughout the video, I'll keep a natural tone and a conversational pace, because I want you guys, the viewer, to feel like they're sitting across from me in a coffee shop while we just chat, for example. So it's not really, the point here is not to teach or inspire, but to try to connect and to create a space where people are also trying to level up and can relate, learn, and grow alongside me. And if you're inspired, that's great. I have a lot to learn in my life as well. So hopefully it'll be a blend of learning and growing and doing it together on entrepreneurship, personal growth, fitness, lifestyle design. In other words, things that just shape who I am, day to day. So you could expect probably more handheld POVs. I'm literally on my iPhone 16 or whatever, and I'm in my apartment filming upright, sitting in a chair. Maybe I'll do some walking videos and lounging around, narrating, but the act of content creation is very healthy. There's so much into the individual that can give value to the outside, and the train of thought to have the desire to constantly consume without producing is something that we have been accustomed to, I think, through social conditioning. So not to say that that's bad or good, it's simply the state of the affair and the state of the world. So we are forced to adapt to our conditions that we're given to. But luckily, it's just as easy to produce as it is to consume in some respect. I could just pick up this phone and start monologuing. So hopefully this has been interesting breakup of your day, but again, long ways to go before we get to that polished state, if ever. I hope you're interested in following along the journey. More videos to come, likely once a week, on fitness, personal growth, entrepreneurship, etc. Weekly learnings, and we'll keep it at that. Thank you, folks.